Well, hey there. So today's video is a little bit different. As you can see, I'm not in my studio. Today, I am outside and I'm scared because the outside environment has never been kind to me. But the reason I'm not in my studio today recording with all my toys and posters in the background and good lighting and sound is because I'm here in South Carolina today visiting some family. But that's not going to stop me from trying to do a quick movie review. If at any point during this video you see that I'm getting out of breath, like right now, call for help. So I did get a chance to check out Those Who Wish Me Dead today. I woke up real early to watch it, and I'm going to try and keep this video nice and short. A teen witness to a murder finds himself pursued by assassins in the Montana wilderness with a survival expert tasked with protecting him in a forest fire threatening to consume them all. So after watching this movie, I kind of feel a little bit taller, you know? My chest puffed out a little bit more. If there's a lightning strike, I got it. I know what to do. There's a forest fire, I'm in it. I know what to do. Don't ever let someone tell you that movies rot your brain. You can learn a lot from movies. For instance, Fast and Furious taught me how to drive one car from one building into the other safely. John Wick taught me how to kill someone with a book. So don't ever let someone tell you movies rot your brain. All right, if I'm going to be serious though, this movie was pretty great. It was great to see Angelina Jolie back in an action role. So along Angelina Jolie, we also get to see Jon Bernthal in this movie and Finn Little. But Jon Bernthal had no idea who was in this movie, and seeing him on the screen always gives me a smile because he's a real good actor, and he's a bit of a badass too. Speaking of badasses, let me talk real quick about Nicholas Hoult. That guy, yes, he was in the X-Men movies, he was in Mad Max Fury Road, but I never saw him as an assassin. I never saw him as someone that I would fear. And this movie showed me that I should fear him because he was kicking all sorts of ass in this movie. I'm ready to see more from him in these types of roles. Bring it on. This movie was also directed by Tyler Sheridan. Alright, now walking more than 10 steps must have gotten to my head because I clearly made a mistake. I meant Taylor. Now let's get back to the video. If you don't recognize that name, he was a writer for Sicario, who was involved with Wind River. He was a writer for Hell or High Water. He created Yellowstone. Everything that this guy touches is just gold, it seems like. If you're a fan of some of the work that Taylor has given his audience before, then I feel like this is going to be a win for you. You're going to be a fan of this movie also. Now, that's not to say this movie has some drawbacks. When this movie first started, I almost feel like it was two different films merged into one. The first half an hour of the movie, it almost feels like two different writers were writing it for two different types of movies. The Tyler Perry character, I wanted to see more of. I feel like that was kind of a waste to have him in this sort of role. I get it that he didn't need to be a main character, but just to have them in there for a blink of an eye and then you miss it was a huge wasted opportunity. This movie has a lot of action. The story, once it gets going and gets that momentum, is great. I would highly recommend watching this movie. It's not one of those movies that I would recommend you need to see on the big screen. You can watch it at home on HBO Max, and you know it's going to be good enough. It's not going to be a humongous blockbuster of a movie, and this film knows that. Like I said, it's great to see Angelina Jolie back on the screen. I hope that we get more of these types of movies from her. You know, we got Eternals coming up, so she's going to be coming back into the spotlight, it almost seems like. And Taylor, he's killing it. I do have to check out Yellowstone. I haven't checked that out, but everything else that I've seen from him, Wind River, Hell or High Water, Sicario, they're all great. And this is another win in my book for him. If you like this video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe down below. And before we go, I'll have what she's having.